Let's check in on our villagers, see how it's going. How's it going, Kunagard? You know, I wish they would update these because they do not do the villagers any favor. I mean, good grief, Kunagard. How much did the person who drew that portrait of you hate you so much? I'm sure there's like a mod for that or something. I mean, look at Herman here. Poor Herman. I mean, he looks nothing like it. He doesn't even show that he's this awesome beard. Hey, how's it going, everybody? We're back in Foundation, and in today's video, Foundation has recently got an update. It's the Minerals and Crafting update, I believe, and we haven't got to play that yet, so we're going to see what all they've added, see how it changes the game. So first thing, right off the bat, as always, we gotta find the place to start. Pick the valley. I think we'll go with this. It seems like a fairly central location. We got food to start, plenty of trees, not too far from a fishing spot. Seems like a nice little place to start. I really like this over here too. I haven't gotten to see that before. And it goes over here to the ocean. Oh wow, we can go all the way over here. I guess that's just the edge of the map, not really an ocean. Let's see. Just take a look around. You always want to try to find a good starting spot. Alright, so that is a nice little place right here. We get fishing, stone, berries, wood, right off the bat. The only problem I have with it is we're really close to this side of the map, which can kind of hamper travel from other areas. But, you know what, I think I'm going to go with it because I didn't see any stone in the other places. Alright, so now we can build our village center. I noticed this over here on the side, that wasn't on there before, so that's something. And we'll build our village center. I can't remember from before if we got to pick where our village center was or if it just placed it itself. But regardless, we'll go ahead and pick our village center. We'll place it kind of over this way because that's the direction we go towards. Alright, so we'll just give the game a quick pause. And we'll get started building stuff. Now, the new update adds what's called a builder's workshop. I guess that's their way of builders never really used to have a building to be assigned to before. You just could assign villagers to be builders. And now, apparently, in order to have builders, you have to have a builder's workshop. So, I guess it makes sense for a builder's workshop to be close to a town center. So, we'll just build it right there. And right there. And can't really build anything else. Nope. It did say in the update that the builder's workshop is required to build any building. So go ahead and assign everybody. And we'll pause it. And we'll get some production going. Alright, so since our stone is over here, we'll have to put stone over there. So we're going to put a lumber table there. Make sure I got the right one. Stone cutter. Yep, stone cutter. And gathering hut. And we'll need a granary to store it. If I remember correctly, they tend to want to go under that crane. So we'll just put it right here. And we'll put our market right there to sell our food when it's time for that. And I think we're good. Go ahead. So we got 3 builders assigned. That'll get our buildings up and running fast. We'll do some extraction. Just extract all of that. You want to clear pretty much all your trees in the beginning. Don't worry. Once we get a forester, we'll be able to replant our trees. But you'll want the lumber right off the bat, absolutely. Prioritize the lumber camp because we need lumber going as fast as possible. Alright, we got our lumber camp done. Let's get woodcutters in there. Alright, so we have 8 villagers to start with, I believe, so that means we have 2 unassigned. Once the stone cutter's done, make sure we do the granary before we do the gathering hunt. And you can see our roads are already starting to form. So far so good, no new bugs or problems that I can tell. And we're just moving right along. I ain't got no more quests right now. I know the next thing that it'll have us do is we want to get a market going. Go ahead and build that. Go ahead and build our market. And then our market, whoa, what is this? Did the market change? Oh, I guess now we'll just place a stick. That's odd. Huh, that's interesting. It actually shows entrance points and stuff for the market. So we'll just put it right there. And we don't want to waste any cloth or anything right now, but we can throw in the food stalls now. And just put that right there, and we'll get it done. How's it going, buddy? Anthony. Anthony's just sitting there unemployed, staring into the distance. I can definitely relate to Anthony right now. Looks like our gathering hut finished first. Anthony can go gather some berries, so I'll give him something to do. Who's our best? Thomas is probably our worst player, so we'll take Thomas off of there. The same came from the builders. Alright, you can see, I remember having trouble with this before. There are multiple ways to unassign somebody. As you can see, it says the building hasn't really registered, but he's not working there yet. Thomas down there. Probably have to take somebody off the wood cutting camp, because we're definitely going to need somebody to work in our granary. And I guess we're going to need to up our stone production. Guard. Send her over to the stone cutter camp. We got a nice little start here. Not really sure, what function the Builder's Workshop is really going to have. I kind of prefer just having builders, but, it's a thing. I guess it's easier to manage who wants building and stuff without actually going to the villager list. Oh, we still have one person unemployed. I didn't realize that. Alright, so we got one person gathering berries. The only problem I really remember having, was with your resource storing. It seemed like if you didn't have, if you had to store the resources. I guess there's like a limited storage of resources in your village center. And I noticed before this update that if you didn't store a resource in your village center before, so if you had a granary or a warehouse built beforehand, and you went to, what's this? Okay, I think that was it. If you went to, if you already had a granary or warehouse built before, you would sorry, the resources would just go to there, and no resources would ever really go to the village center after you have a good granary and warehouse built. And because of that, it would never count them up here. So as you can see, I don't have a warehouse, so the stone is fully possible. The village center has a small resource depot. But if I built a warehouse before I got the stonecutter camp going, then they would have been taking it to the warehouse, and that was causing it to not show up here. So this would only show what's being stored in the village center, which is kind of a pain in the butt, because we don't have enough people to really get berries up and running. We're doing good. We got our granary going. Get berries. I'm trying to think of what you need to do to unlock. There used to be quests that told you what to do. Sign a transporter. So we need a transporter. Okay. We're gonna take from you. We'll take Thomas. Thomas is our jack of all trades. He'll be a transporter. No quest. I have 100 openings. It's weird how it shows up reforestation. Oh, well that's interesting. Let you build a forester camp right off the bat. I'm pretty sure that used to be an unlockable, like later on down the line. Let's see if they've changed this at all. Well, that's weird. They made the Fisher's hut harder to unlock, but the Bailiff's hut office easier. That doesn't really make a lot of sense to me. Also, I've always felt like the Bailiff's office should be under Kingdom. It just seems like more of a Kingdom thing than a Commoner thing. Same thing with the tax office, but I wonder if they ever added it to where the scholars and you could get priest. Because that was always a weird thing, like with the churches. It always had like an option to have priest, but like you never could. You could never take her, put her on the market. She'd be a berry seller. build a web. Well. We'll put our homes over here. But yeah, you could build a church, and it would have an option to assign priests to it, but there was no way to get a hold of a priest. And then with the Lord Manor, there was an option to have a study room, I believe, and you could assign people there, and they would train to be scholars, but they never actually seemed to gain experience and level up at all. And it said that they were there to decode blueprints, but I never saw a blueprint in the game myself. I could do some research on that if anybody would be interested. So now you can keep track of quests that you've completed, logs. That's nice, because before all this stuff would just disappear after you did it, or disappear after a certain amount of time. I can see how that could be a little frustrating if you're trying to keep track of what's going on. Severity high, always good. It's very important that everything's good. Just want to make a couple updates. Been playing through a little bit more, and what I've been noticing, a few quality of life improvements that I really enjoy is now, if you notice up here at the top, the gold here actually went over my gold limit there, which was not something that you were able to do in the previous update. Now there's like a temporary gold storage, so if you go over the amount, it'll, you won't lose it, which was awesome, because that was a big problem I always had. You don't always have the time to upgrade your treasury, and it takes a while to build that kind of stuff, and that was a big problem I had with the military missions. My guys coming back from missions and just bringing in more gold than I could handle, and I was just losing out a ton of gold. And so I really like the temporary gold storage that they added. Another couple things. The Lord Manor here, I've already started building on it, but there is an option now where you can place your visitor location. So it's just a little icon, as you can see here. And when you have envoys come in, you actually get to pick where they go. I'm sure there's like a limit in the distance, but it's really cool. So you can actually build a place for the envoy to go. That way you have more visibility. That way you don't have trouble with them like getting stuck at the entrance and then you not seeing them. Stuff like that. So that's really cool. That's just a couple things I've noticed, and I'll add more if I notice them later on. Also, if you enjoyed this video and want to keep following games like Foundation here on the channel, feel free to like and subscribe. Thank you.